guys don't know how close I was to sporting a Speedo for this entire reading, a la Steve-O and Party Boy Chris Pontius, in honor of Jackass. This was recommended by Pepperoni Tony. Good recommendation. I love this franchise. What we're going to read about tonight actually is the franchise overall, not the individual movies, but I'm sure in time I'll read about the movies singularly as well. Jackass is an American reality comedy television series created by Jeff Tremaine, Spike Jonze, and Johnny Knoxville. It originally aired for 3 seasons on MTV between October 2000 and February 2002. The show featured a cast of 9 carrying out stunts and pranks on each other or the public. The cast included Knoxville, Bam Margera, Chris Pontius, Dave England, Steve-O, Ryan Dunn, Aaron McGahee, Preston Lacey, Jason Weeman Acuna, and Brandon DiCamillo. The show was controversial over its perceived indecency and encouragement of dangerous behavior. After Jackass ended in 2002, it later grew into a media franchise, which includes the spin-offs Wild Boys, Viva La Bam, Homewrecker, Bam's Unholy Union, Dr. Steve-O, Bam's World Domination, and Bam's Badass Game Show, 5 feature films released by Paramount Pictures, and a video game. The show placed 68th on Entertainment Weekly's New TV Classics list and is a significant part in 2000's American popular culture. Again, I mess up the last line. How crazy is that? Let's talk about the history, background, origins, and casting. By the late 1990s, aspiring actor and writer Johnny Knoxville had moved from Knoxville to Los Angeles and landed work in commercials in order to support his wife and infant daughter. Among his ideas was to produce an article that involved testing various self-defense equipment on himself as an homage to his hero, gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson, R.I.P. The magazines that contacted him refused to cover the story due to liability concerns, but in 1999, Knoxville was contacted by Big Brother, a skateboarding magazine for which Jeff Tremaine was an editor, and convinced Knoxville to do the stunt and film it. The stunt featured Knoxville testing out pepper spray, a stun gun, a taser, and a .38 caliber gun with a bulletproof vest, which was included in Big Brother video entitled Number 2, which also featured an appearance by future Jackass cast member Jason Weeman Acuna. Other contributors to Big Brother at the time were Chris Pontius and Dave England, who went on to become a part of the Jackass crew, and Rick Cossack, who became a cinematographer. Around this time, Pennsylvania resident and skateboarder Bam Margera was filming his family and friends, collectively known as the CKY crew, how dare I mess that up, short for Can't Kill Yourself, and released them on home video as part of the CKY video series. I did it again. That featured stunts, pranks, and skateboarding with a cast that included Ryan Dunn, Brandon DiCamillo, Rab himself, Ray Guion, and Margera's family mother, April, father Phil, Uncle Don Vito, and elder brother Jess. Like the Big Brother videos, the CKY releases became a cult hit and attracted the attention of Tremaine, who flew Margera to Los Angeles in 2002 and saw the second CKY video, CKY 2K. That was, as a side note, the first one I ever saw of them. That was my introduction to CKY and Jackass in general. The video convinced Tremaine that the CKY group would suit the idea of a stunt and prank television show that Knoxville, Spike Jonze, and himself had been planning. After demo footage had been shot and pitched to several networks, Saturday Night Live offered to make them subject of a recurring segment on the show. The offer was rejected, as a bidding war between Comedy Central and MTV resulted in the 3 accepting a deal from the latter for a half-hour weekly show and greater creative control. Sick. Knoxville, Tremaine, and Jones are credited as executive producers. Van Toffler, president of MTV, said, "We we just knew there were a bunch of knuckleheads out there who had a very high tolerance for stupidity and pain. I love it. Soon after the MTV deal, Tremaine approached Florida native Steve. Why does that not surprise me that Steve-O is a Florida man, where he worked as a clown at a flea market? I'm going to read it over. I'm going to do Steve-O the justice and read the line over again. Soon after the MTV deal, Tremaine approached Florida native Steve-O, where he worked as a clown at a flea market, and had him film videos of his stunts for the television show, but none were cleared by MTV management. To round out the cast, England brought in his friend Aaron McGahey, a fellow Oregon resident and extreme stunt participant. Preston Lacey would be the last of what is now considered the main cast to join, auditioning midway through the show's run by eating 4 bananas with the peels on. Good God. The show debuted on, I like how that's what elicits a good God from me. Out of all of the stuff they've done, it's Preston eating 4 bananas with the peels on. The show debuted on October 1st, 2000. After the second episode had aired, MTV gained its highest Sunday ratings in its history, drawing 2.4 million viewers among 12 to 34-year-olds, its target demographic. What if I told you guys that's this channel's demographic? Would that trip you out? I gotta show you the analytics. Here are a bunch of 12 to 34-year-olds, and then me, a 41-year-old man, leading the crazy pack. You're welcome. Finale. Let me kill this ad. I gotta ditch Brave ads entirely. I think it's getting obnoxious. Finale. In a 2001 interview with Rolling Stone, Knoxville questioned how long the MTV show could last, and soon after announced that the series would end after its 3rd season aired. He also stated discontent with MTV and the censors, who from the start of season 2 increasingly gave notes regarding what the show could and could not depict. In addition, Steve-O claimed that the cast salaries paid by MTV were meager because of problems with MTV's standards and practices department, as well as the sudden departure of BAM and the CKY did it again crew halfway through the season 3. The Jackass crew did not attempt to create a finale to bring the show to a close. Oh, wow. And we have the various main series cast members and seasons. I want to see if there's anyone here. Dude, I remember Brad Pitt. Was he just in a CKY video, or was Brad Pitt actually in the Jackass crew? He was in the one with the gorilla suits and shopping carts, I remember. Let's see if they actually have him listed in the participants for the Props. Manny Puig. Oh, Manny was cool. He was the guy with the shark necklace, the animal wrangler. It does not have him. Hey, Tony Hawk, Loomis Fall, Rob Dyrdek, Matt Hoffman, man, Eric Costin. They had so many cool people on the show. Controversies. At the time of its first broadcast in 2000, Jackass frequently featured warnings and disclaimers noting that the stunts performed were very dangerous and should not be imitated. Such warnings not only appeared before and after each program and after each commercial break, but also in a crawl that ran along the bottom of the screen during some especially risky stunts, as well as showing their skull and crutches logo at the bottom right of the screen to symbolize the stunt performed as risky. Nevertheless, the program was blamed for a number of deaths and injuries involving teens and children recreating the stunts. Connecticut Senator Joe Lieberman followed up with a February 7th, 2001 letter to MTV's parent company Viacom, urging the company to take greater responsibility for its programming and to do more to help parents protect their children. MTV responded to the criticism by canceling all airings of Jackass before 10 p.m., but Lieberman's continual campaign against the show led to MTV refusing to air repeats of the later episodes, a move which angered the cast and production crew of the series, who were furious with MTV's caving into Lieberman's demands. You think? A Montana man named Jackass sued MTV for $10 million in 2002, claiming that the show was plagiarizing his name. Okay, buddy. Jackass, whose birth name was Bob Kraft, changed his name in 1997 to raise awareness for drunk driving after his brother brother and friend both died in a car accident. Okay, now I feel bad. Matt Dylan Shannon, an 18-year-old from Napier, New Zealand, was sentenced on November 23rd, 2012, to 3 years in prison on a charge of causing grievous bodily harm for his role in the August 2011 dousing of a 16-year-old with gasoline and setting him on fire. Just a prank, bro. Shannon's lawyer claimed that this act was inspired by the Jackass series, despite the fact that no such stunt ever aired on the show. Okay, well, there you go. You know, I wonder if my closest friends are listening to this right now, because one of you should be in prison, right? Well, the other one didn't press charges, so... Anyway, home media. MTV released a 3-disc DVD box set entitled Jackass, the box set, in December 2005. This set does not contain the 3 complete seasons, but rather 3 volumes of highlights, one for each season. Each volume also contains additional commentaries for various stunts. The box set also includes a special bonus disc that includes the crew's trip to the Gumball 3000 rally, a special Where Are They Now documentary, MTV Cribs, Jackass edition, appearances by the crew at the 2002 MTV VMAs and the 2002 MTV Latin VMAs, and a bonus 48-page collector's booklet of rare photos and inside stories on the history of Jackass. You know what, I gotta go back because I just kind of tossed that nonchalantly in there, that one of my closest friends set someone else on fire. In fact, another one of my closest friends, and oddly enough, I've referenced both of those people on this channel. One of my best friends, the Rocket League Grand Champion that I've mentioned before, and I don't know if he wants me saying his name or his usernames or anything, I'll ask him first. He set my buddy Scooter on fire. Scooter is one of the guys that made the Fear and Loathing trivia quote. So, yeah. Rocket League Grand Champ, Scooter, and Jake. They're my closest friends. I always talk about them on this channel. So Rocket League set Scooter on fire in Jake's room when we were all teenagers. He literally took a container of butane to his back, just doused him, and took his Zippo lighter, shink, and lit him on fire right there. Bananas. Just a prank. And this one time, they hog-tied me in a blanket and a belt and beat the shit out of me with a metal ladle. Anyway, home media. We already did that. Next paragraph in home media. Another compilation of stunts from the television series was released in 2009, entitled Jackass, The Lost Tapes. However, unlike the box set, this is only one DVD. It features stunts that weren't featured in Jackass, the box set. This DVD includes such stunts as self-defense test, stun collar, unicycle poo barf, fast food football, roller jump, and the original and controversial Satan vs. God. It also includes various bonus features, such as every opening to every televised episode of Jackass, original credit montages from each televised episode, and an inside look at JackassWorld.com featuring various skits. A third compilation, titled Jackass, the Classic TV Collection, was released in 2014. It combined all 3 DVDs from the box set with the lost tapes. Spin-offs and life after Jackass. When the TV series ended, each member of the cast found new work in movies and television, each gaining his own degree of success. Knoxville crushes it, doesn't he? Johnny Knoxville pursued a career as an actor, appearing in such films as the 2004 remake of Walking Tall, The Dukes of Hazzard. I remember that. He was in that with Sean William Scott, and a smoking hot Jessica Simpson, right? That's Daisy Duke. Men in Black 2, he was great in that. The Ringer, A Dirty Shame, Big Trouble, Coyote Ugly, The Last Stand, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Skip Trace. Bam Margera and the CKY crew were given their own spin-off show, Viva La Bam. Yeah, Bam also knocked it out of the park, which followed Margera and his family, who were often made the victim of the clique's practical jokes. Bam and the crew also had a radio show from 2004 to 2013 called Radio Bam on Sirius Radio. Margera has also been featured in Bam's Unholy Union, following him and his fiancée Missy Rothstein. It's Stein, Stein, in the run-up to to their wedding, while Brandon DiCamillo and Raytheon featured in Blastazoid, a short-lived show about video games. When Viva La Bam finished its run, Ryan Dunn, who was part of Bam's crew on Viva La Bam, was given his own show, Homewrecker, in which he found revenge for helpless victims of practical jokes by renovating the prankster's room according to the original incident. The show only lasted one season. On June 20th, 2011, Dunn was killed in a car crash while driving intoxicated in Pennsylvania. R.I.P. Chris Pontius and Steve-O were also given their own spin-off show, Wild Boys. Epic. All these guys did well. What am I talking about? Unlike Jackass and Viva La Bam, Wild Boys rejected the formula of practical jokes and instead featured the two traveling the world in search of wild and exotic animals. Directed by Jackass director Jeff Tremaine, Wild Boys featured frequent guest appearances by fellow Jackasses, Johnny Knoxville and Wee Man, as well as recurring Jackass guests Loomis Fall, Manny Puig, Tony Hawk, and Matt Hoffman. I never knew how to pronounce Manny's last name, Puig. Manny Puig. Yeah, and that was the animal wrangler, right? Yeah, that guy, good looking fella. Who isn't there another Manny Puig that's like a baseball player? Puig, something like that. I don't follow baseball. I'm an idiot. 1 year after Jackass number 2 was released, Steve-O was given a new spin-off titled Dr. Steve-O. It came out in 2007 on the USA Network channel. In this spin-off, Steve-O acted as a doctor to help males overcome their fears, thus the headline created by Steve-O, turning wussies into men. In every episode, Dr. Steve-O helped 3 different men and made them complete 3 challenges to overcome their fears. 2 days before Jackass 3D came out, Bam Margera and Ryan Dunn starred in a half-hour TV special titled Bam's World Domination. In this special, Bam and Dunn, along with skateboarder Tim O'Connor, participated in the Tough Guy competition. This special aired on Spike TV. After Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa was released, epic, Bam Margera created a new spin-off titled Bam's Badass Game Show, which aired on TBS in 2014. Bam, along with Brandon Novak, both hosted the game show. The contestants were instructed to perform a series of stunts while competing against each other in the hope of winning the grand prize of $10,000. Films. Jackass, the movie, 2002. After the show went off the air, the cast reunited in 2002 to film what they believed would be the conclusion of Jackass, a full-length motion picture version of the show entitled Jackass, the movie. The cast made it clear that the film was their farewell to the fans of the show, and with the franchise taking the movie format, the cast and crew were now allowed to circumvent the censors, showing more vulgar stunts than the ones featured on the TV show. Despite earlier disagreements, MTV Films assisted in the film's distribution. Very good. Good job, MTV. The film, shot on a budget of just $5 million, went on to gross over $60 million in the United States alone, and finished in the #1 spot at the box office during its debut weekend. Smashing success. Amazing. Some Blair Witch, right? Actually, I gotta read about Blair Witch. That was another crazy one. Is that the biggest independent success ever? Jackass number 2, 2006. Hold on, what is that? What am I hearing right now? A menagerie of bikes. A friendly motorcycle gang. Why is it bicycle and bicycle, motorcycle, and tricycle? It should be motorcycle, right? If there's bicycle and tricycle, and then motorcycle. Leave in the comments. Jackass number 2, 2006. With the release of Jackass, the movie, director Jeff Tremaine and the rest of the cast believed that Jackass was finished and there would be no further projects under the franchise. However, during the final season of Wild Boys, Knoxville joined his former castmates Chris Pontius and Steve-O on various expeditions around the world. It was said that Knoxville went so far out during the filming of the show that Tremaine pulled him aside and said, if you're willing to go if you're willing to go this all out, why not get all the guys together and shoot another movie? Knoxville agreed, and with both Viva La Bam and Wild Boys finishing their runs, the entire cast was available to reunite and film the sequel. Number 2 was released on September 22nd, 2006, produced by MTV Films and distributed by Paramount Pictures. As was the case with its predecessor, Jackass number 2 topped the box office in its debut weekend, earning $29.01 million. Footage for several stunts featured Bam Margera's uncle, Vincent Don Vito Margera, but the footage was removed from the theatrical and DVD release due to his arrest in 2006 and conviction on 2 counts of let's just call it a thing on a minor. I don't know if YouTube will flag that if I say that. On September 7th, 2006, MTV featured a half-hour documentary of Jackass number 2. When asked if the film meant the end of Jackass, cast member Steve-O jokingly commented that the people who made money from the franchise still wanted money, hinting that the cast would still continue the franchise in one form or another. At the conclusion of the documentary, Johnny Knoxville reveals that he had a hard time letting go because he is so hooked on doing stunts. Cameraman Dmitry, here's a name, Dmitry Eliashkevich, reveals that weeks after the film, Knoxville was so desperate to shoot that he would film himself running into street signs just for the sake of additional footage. That's funny. Jackass presents Matt Hoffman's tribute to Evel Knievel, 2008. I've never even heard of this. How ironic was that? Right as I say Evel Knievel, this motorcycle blared behind me. That was probably him. Some say that's the ghost of Evel Knievel riding the hills to this day. On May 27th, 2008, a direct-to-DVD Jackass film was released by Dick House Productions. The film is a tribute to the stuntman Evel Knievel, who died on November 30th, 2007, 1 year before the film's release. Just gonna say, that motorcycle sounded up again right as I said the name Evel Knievel. That is Evel Knievel. Jackass 3D, 2010. In an August 2009 interview with Knoxville for the Times Picayune, not gonna pronounce that correctly, Knoxville, on the topic of Steve-O's recovery and rehabilitation, said, "He's taking to sobriety like he took to drugs and alcohol. I'm very proud of him. I think we'll see him doing some stuff here really soon. As a matter of fact, I know we are." He later stated, "Something's coming. We're pretty excited." Later he added, "I think it'll be a big year next year, but I don't want to talk about it yet." In September 2009, Margera revealed to Iltalehti, a Finnish newspaper, that Jackass 3 would be made and filmed in places like Mongolia, South Africa, and Finland, as well as the United States, starting in January 2010. I think they went to Finland to film with the Dudesons, right? I could be wrong. He then confirmed it again on Radio Bam on September 21st, 2009. In early December, Knoxville confirmed that Jackass 3 was being made. In April 2010, a brief blurb about Jackass 3D titled "Gone Filmin'" appeared on the Jackass World website. "Thanks for the support the past 2 years. To keep abreast and a dick of all things related to the world of Jackass and Dick House, including the currently in production flick Jackass 3D. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter." Why'd I say Twitter like that? Twitter. In late July 2010, Paramount and MTV screened the first footage from Jackass 3D at a special event during Comic-Con 2010 in its 3D format. The event allowed fans to meet the Jackass crew. Then, in August 2010, the official trailer was aired on MTV. Jackass 3D was released in American movie theaters on October 15th, 2010. On opening weekend, the movie made an estimated $50 million in 3,081 theaters, outperforming predictions it would earn $30 million. Right on. By over 50% more, and breaking the record for the most successful fall opening ever, which was previously held by Scary Movie 3. Right on. Oh, that's funny. Part 3. A Part 3 dethroned a Part 3. That's gotta be rare. That's I'm gonna guess the only time that's ever happened, actually. Jackass presents Bad Grandpa 2013. In March 2012, Knoxville discussed the possibility of a fourth film, saying, "We're keeping our mind open, and I've got 50 to 60 ideas on top of all the stuff we didn't get to shoot." Then, in June 2012, it was reported Paramount registered several domains for a film that would be called Bad Grandpa. During Margera's September 18th, 2012 interview on the Howard Stern show about Jackass, he said, "There's going to be a whole movie about Knoxville's grandpa character." Right on, Bam. Bad Grandpa was officially announced in July 2013 and released on October 25th, 2013. Exactly 11 years after the release of Jackass the movie, it was the first film in the series to be nominated for an Academy Award. It lost the Best Makeup and Hairstyling Award to Dallas Buyers Club. A version of the film with unused footage titled Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa 5 includes over 40 minutes of additional outtakes and interviews and premiered June 15th, 2014 on MTV. It was released on DVD and Blu-ray on July 8th, 2014. That is just really funny. Exactly 11 years after the release of Jackass movie, it was the first film in the series to be nominated for an Academy Award. It lost the Best Makeup and Hairstyling Award to the Dallas Buyers Club. I just think it's funny. I reread it because it's such a silly juxtaposition. They had to lose to them, right? How weird would it be for a movie as serious as the Dallas Buyers Club to lose to Jackass? I feel, it's like the Academy had to make that move. Jackass Forever 2022 this year. Still haven't seen it. Do not leave any spoilers in the comments. In a 2018 interview, Knoxville said that he is open to making a fourth Jackass film that may feature some new cast members just to bring in some fresh blood into it. He said that he continues to write ideas for a Jackass film and that a ton have been set aside should the project receive the green light. In July 2019, cast member Chris Rabb said that he had interviewed the Jackass crew on his Bathroom Break podcast and noted that everyone was still open to a fourth film should Knoxville, Tremaine, and Jones agree. On December 19th, 2019, Paramount confirmed that a fourth Jackass film is set for production and scheduled for release on March 5th, 2021. Oh, this is an old article. Oh, no, it's not. It's just recapping chronologically. I get it. In April 2020, the film's release date was rescheduled to July 2nd, 2021. In July 2020, due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the film was rescheduled once again to September 3rd, 2021. In April 2021, Paramount, in a major reshuffle, moved the release date again to October 22nd, 2021. The principal photography restarted on September 21st, 2020, 7 months after being shut down because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In September 2021, Paramount moved the release date once more to February 4th, 2022. I hate dates, they're so boring. Television, JackassWorld.com, 24-hour takeover, 2008. On February 23rd, 2008, MTV held the TV special JackassWorld.com 24-hour takeover to coincide with the official launch of JackassWorld.com. The special allowed the core members of Jackass to take over MTV and its studios for 24 hours, broadcasting new pranks and stunts, along with a tribute to stuntman Evel Knievel shot days before. A tribute to Ryan Dunn from 2011. A Tribute to Ryan Dunn is a TV movie documentary which aired November 28th, 2011. It worked its way through the life of Ryan Dunn, who died on June 20th, 2011. It features interviews from Dunn's family members, the Jackass cast and crew, and some of the CKY crew members. Never before released footage of Dunn was also shown in this documentary. Steve-O, Guilty as Charged, 2016. Steve-O, Guilty as Charged is Steve-O's first comedy Showtime special, which was released on March 18th, 2016. It features him performing various stunts in front of a live audience in a theater in Austin, Texas, as well as him telling backstories of his career. Jackass Shark Week, 2021. What? This was last year. On July 11th, 2021, during Shark Week, the Discovery Channel aired Jackass Shark Week. It featured Jackass cast members Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, Chris Pontius, Sean Poopies Oh my god. Sean Boobies McInerney. Oh, I know that name. Sean Boobies McInerney. And Jasper Dolphin with Jeff Tremaine and Trip Taylor serving as executive producers. And Dimitri, oh, I learned your name earlier. I forgot it already. Eliashkevich. Dmitry Eliashkevich is camera operator. The Shark Week episode marks the first time ever someone got bit on the show. Shouldn't that be bitten? Someone got bit on the show. That's a weird sentence to be in Wikipedia. The Shark Week episode marks the first time someone ever got bit. The Shark Week episode marks the first time someone ever got bit on the show. Yeah. Someone was ever bitten on the show. I'm being an asshole. Crew, we already went over that. The crew. My gosh, I'm just looking for any names that stand out that we haven't talked about, really. Reception. For more details, see the reception section, the film's first article, box office performance, critical public response, other media documentaries. Here we go. Jackass 2.5, 2007. On September 5th, 2007, Margera announced the release of Jackass 2.5 on the Howard Stern Show, a compilation DVD of stunts that did not make it to Jackass number 2. The DVD was released on December 26th, 2007. Special features on the DVD include the making of Jackass 2.5, the making of Jackass the Game, deleted scenes, and a photo gallery. I was okay with it. I liked it. 2.5. I like all of them. Jackass 3.5 in 2011. Jackass 3.5 was released in June 2011 with unused footage shot during the filming of Jackass 3D. The first trailer was released online on January 27th, 2011, and the feature-length movie was released on VOD and DVD on June 14th, 2011, and the entire film was streamed in weekly segments on Juiced starting April 1st, 2011. Video games. Jackass the Game was released on September 24th, 2007. It was developed under a license by SID It's SIDHE. I don't know how to pronounce that. SID Interactive in Wellington, New Zealand for the PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, and Nintendo DS. The game was first shown at the 2006 E3 behind closed doors. It is mentioned in the Jackass number 2 commentary that the stunt where several members get punched in the face by a spring-loaded boxing glove hidden behind a fake Valentine on a wall had just come upstairs from shooting a promo for the video game. Johnny, that's one of the best ever. I die when I see that one. The boxing glove one and the giant hand that knocks people to the ground that are coming into the kitchen. They ask Aaron to get the soup. Oh, so good. Not Aaron. Was it Aaron? Maybe. Sorry. Where was it? Video games. When I was filming, the other members of the Jackass team also provided stunt ideas to the developer based on unused stunts from the show. A trailer and the cover art was released in June 2007 on the game's official website. All main characters of the show were featured as playable, except for Bam Margera, who was contractually obligated by Neversoft to appear in the Tony Hawk franchise, thus making him unable to appear in any other video game. That's crazy. Hey, but if you're gonna be in a video game, dude, what do I have to do to be in a Tony Hawk game? I don't know how to skate. You can have hidden players in there. That's my goal, is to get really, really big one day to be in a Tony Hawk game. I sound like an idiot. Related films. Don't Try This at Home. The Steve-O videos, 2001 to 2005. Don't Try This at Home. Steve-O video is the first DVD by Steve-O released in 2001. It mostly contains footage that couldn't be shown on related MTV show Jackass due to censorship. It was followed by Don't Try This at Home, Volume 2, The Tour, 2002. Steve-O Out on Bail, 2003. Steve-O The Early Years, 2004. And Steve-O Gross Misconduct, 2005. The video series featured recurring guest appearances from the Jackass cast and crew and from professional skateboarder Ryan Simonetti. I imagine it's Simonetti, not Simonetti. Haggard, the movie, 2003. Haggard, the movie, is an independent comedy film based on the story of how Ryan Dunn's girlfriend may have cheated on him. The film was financed, directed, produced, co-written, and edited by Bam Margera. The film stars Ryan Dunn, Jen Revelle, Brandon DiCamillo, Bam Margera, Ray Kyon, and Rab himself. National Lampoon's TV, the movie, 2006. National Lampoon's TV, the movie, is a comedy film that was released in 2006 and features several cast members of Jackass, including Steve-O, Preston Lacey, Wee Man, Chris Pontius, Aaron McGahee, and recurring Jackass guest Manny Puig. The film features parodies of many television shows such as Fear Factor, Cops, MTV Cribs, The $6 Million Man, and Miami Vice. Ming Hags, 2009. Ming Hags is an independent comedy film that was released in 2009. It was directed, co-written, and edited by Bam Margera. It's a loose sequel to Haggard the movie. The film stars Bam Margera, Ryan Dunn, Brandon DiCamillo, Don Vito, Ray Kyon, Missy Rothstein, Brandon Novak, Mark the Bagger, Mark Hanna, and Angie Katurik. Action. How many movies are there? Wow. Action Point 2018. Action Point is comedy film Action Point is comedy film. They're missing an A there. Is a comedy film featuring Jackass cast members Johnny Knoxville and Chris Pontius, released in 2018. Knoxville was inspired to make the film after seeing Matt Robertson's 2013 short documentary, The Most Insane Amusement Park Ever, about Action Park, a theme park in New Jersey, which was notorious for poorly designed, unsafe rides, in addition to employing underage, undertrained, and often under the influence staff. Similar to Bad Grandpa, the film features traditional Jackass-style stunts connected by a fictional narrative. That's pretty funny. Steve-O, Gnarly, 2020. Gnarly is Steve-O's second stand-up comedy special of the Gothic Theater in Denver, Colorado. He presented stories, stunts, and previously unseen footage to the audience. The special marks the first time the entire cast of Jackass reunited after the death of Ryan Dunn. It was released in 2020 and is available to watch on Steve-O's website. And let's go over the influences, because that's the end of it. It's the end of the article. After this is just references. Influence. Various groups. Sorry, my stomach went crazy there. Various groups have created shows based on or similar to Jackass. These include the Dudesons, which started airing in 2001, although they had been filming their stunts ever since the 1990s. Dirty Sanchez, aka Team Sanchez, which started airing in 2003, although they have started filming their stunts in the late 90s. Nitro Circus, Stanker Vision, a repackaged version of The Damn Show. Tokyo Shock Boys, which started airing in 91. Mega 64, Rad Girls, the French film Les 11 Commandments, the 11 Commandments. Loiter Squad, Remy Gaillard, Ed Bassmaster, Half Pint Brawlers, O-Gags, I haven't heard of any of these. Jim Rose Circus, well, some of them I have. Nitro Circus, the Dudesons, Adrenaline Crew, POR Stunts, Nub TV, Bum Fights, yeah, unfortunately I've heard of Bum Fights. The Lazy Generation, Too Stupid to Die, Stefan's Stunt Show, Moon and TV, and The Filthy Frank Show by Joji. Alright, at least it ended it on that, that's funny. Jackass-type behavior has also been depicted and used as plot devices on multiple other television shows, an example of which is episode 19 of season 3 of CSI Vegas. I have to read it over again. What am I saying right now? Jackass-type behavior has also been depicted and used as plot devices on multiple other television shows, an example of which is episode 19 of season 3 of CSI Vegas, in which one of a group of teenagers is shot and killed while performing and filming a stunt. Okay, it's just pranks. I don't know if that last sentence was needed, but that's the end of the article. That's cool. I like learning about all that stuff. Man, Johnny Knoxville, dude. A dream to support his wife and kid by doing crazy shit as an actor slash stuntman slash gonzo journalist, moving from Knoxville, Tennessee to Los Angeles. That is incredible. And now he's a legend. Now he's a bona fide legend. Congrats, dude. You may have surpassed Evel Knievel. Okay. And all the other dudes. The other dudes are awesome in that also. This was a fun one. And I am going to go see Jackass. This is pretty much the end of it. By the way, I'm using OBS. I streamlined it. I figured out how to do like the green screen, the mics to get the actual audio that I wanted. And I kind of pretty much have everything set the way I want. I can't record in native 4K anymore for a variety of reasons, so it's 1080p. This is OBS's natural chroma key, so if my colors look off or if it's weird or if the sound, I'm very curious. Any feedback? If you hear anything weird, if it looks weird, if the content is the same, worse, or better, I would love to hear. Not the content, the quality, the video sound, and video compared to other videos. I'm interested in knowing. Alright, that's all I got. This is so weird because in OBS I just click the button, so I don't have like a kill the camera thing now. I don't have a remote to go like boop. I can't hit the button because there's nothing, so this is weird. So I just go here and then I have to, okay, I have to say goodbye right now because I'm about to edit it out. This is weird. I'll get the hang of it. Alright, have a good night, guys.